Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing another inverse fair value gap video today. This video is going over a 90% win rate strategy. If you don't believe me, just go back, test it. It's right around 90% if you execute it properly. So today we had CPI. Our inverse fair value gap auto trader also took the same trade with a couple settings tweaks, but CPI today, you want to wait for the first 1 minute candle to open and close. So if we go to the 1 minute chart here, CPI today, this was the candle. It was 136 points. We had the high here and we have the low here. The bigger the wick here, the better the target. So the way we play these is wait for that first candle. If we sweep the high, we're going to look for shorts. If we sweep the low, we look for longs. In this case, we swept the high on the next candle. And from this point, we're just simply looking for a fair value gap on maybe a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 30 second, 15 second time frame. Generally, 30 second, 1 minute, 2 minute are going to be a little bit higher win rate, but today we only had a 15 second. So this was the only gap that formed. So this is your only opportunity if you wanted to take this. So we had the 15-second chart. We had a gap here. Again, we swept it on this candle. We swept the high, and then we immediately come down. You wait for the candle to close below this gap. So here, stop loss above the gap. So right around a 20-point stop. If you're risking $200 on a trade, that'd be around 5 micros. And you do end up wanting to just target the data lows. In this case, obviously we didn't hit data lows, but we were up 60 points in profit. So that's a win in my book. Okay, so 60 points in profit, and there was obviously opportunities to scale. Maybe you want to scale here, you scale at this candle's low, because there's not a lot of targets, right? So you're going to want to just trim some as we move up in profit. So 15 points of profit, 40 points profit, ended up, obviously, if you bottom ticked, it would have been 60 points in profit. But this was the trade. This has around a 90% win rate if you execute it properly. Obviously, you want the data candle to be a good size, 40 to 50 points for that data candle. Today was 130 points. Sometimes, or it was 130 points. Sometimes you only get 50-point candles, and those are still good. So generally, we're going to have CPI that does these, NFP, PPI does these as well. I believe yesterday there was PPI, so we could look as well to yesterday at 8:30, I think. This was, that's Tuesday. So go to Wednesday. Yeah, right here. This was PPI yesterday. So here we are. We have the high and the low. We got the low sweep over here at around 940. And if you're looking on a 1 minute chart, looks like this was a 1 minute fair value gap here. In this case, this one would have lost if you put your stop right below the gap. You would have had to put it at the swing point down here for this to end up being a win. So that might have been like a 1-to-1 if you put your stop loss at the swing point, which for how volatile it was yesterday might have been a smart idea. Otherwise, this one would have lost if you just put it right below the gap. But depends on what you like to do, where you like to put your stop loss. But today was a prime example of a really, really nice setup on the 15-second chart here. Again, I sent a screenshot in our Discord community going over this. This was the setup right here. We had this 15-second chart. It took the entry here, and it just took a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So the stop loss was right above here. Again, just took a 2-to-1 because we were on NQ. So 2-to-1. And full TP 15-second chart. That's that. Okay. Test this setup yourself and let me know what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this short but sweet video to the point. And thanks for watching.